A season-long journey follows a path to greatness. A destination. A dream. A quest for excellence. It's your time. A time to compete for a place in Nebraska sports history. Great moments are earned here. Play like a champion. Welcome to the NSAA Boys State Basketball Championships on NET.
NET Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is live from the Bob Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln, Nebraska, for the final game of the 2012 NSAA Boys Basketball Championships. And this evening in the Class D2 state title game, a couple of outstanding teams, 26-1 Howells Bobcats and the 28-0 Giltner Hornets. Well, hello again, everybody, for one final time. Along with Andy Markowski, I'm Larry Putney. It's been a great day in state championships. We started at 9 a.m. this morning. We've crowned 5 champions, now one final in Class D2, and it's a couple of teams who are used to being here. Both of these teams in a state championship last year. Giltner won it all. Howells finished second, both back this year. And how do you say this correctly? There's not a lot of love lost between these two teams.
Yeah, they've been very successful. Football, basketball, they've played in the state tournament. Giltner won the state title last year. Howells has ended their football season the last 3 years. There's storylines galore with this one. Right. And it comes down, in my opinion, to the paint. Byer for Howells, 14.3, 9 rebounds. Ott for Giltner, 18-12. Which big man can dominate the lane in a hard-fought contest is probably going to be the team that's victorious.
Should be a good one. The Howells Bobcats, 26-1. The Giltner Hornets, 28-0. D2 title game coming your way next on NET.
Time Warner Cable is dedicated to the future of our nation's children. That's why we've launched our Connect a Million Minds initiative. We're asking adults to help us inspire kids through science, technology, engineering, and math. And we're achieving this through local partnerships with FIRST. Across the country, Time Warner Cable employees are helping bring FIRST robotics competitions to the areas we serve. The future of our nation and our children depends on math, science, and technology. Visit connectamillionminds.com to find out what you can do.
A flame burns brightly in these young Nebraskans. It's the energy of enterprise and entrepreneurship. One Oak Energy Marketing, the company you've trusted for years for reliable natural gas, is now a part of Constellation Energy. While our name has changed, our commitment to young Nebraskans remains strong. So we will continue to support 4-H and FFA in the counties we serve, because we want to keep their flame burning always. Constellation Energy.
To the Bob Devaney Sports Center, the 6th and final championship about to be awarded in about an hour and a half. It is Giltner, it is Howells, Class D2. Let's go to Rich Broderson.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Nebraska School Activities Association, its member schools, and U.S. Bank, welcome to the Bob Devaney Sports Center for tonight's Class D2 Boys Championship game between the 26-1 Howells Bobcats and the 28-0 Giltner Hornets. Now, let's meet the teams. First, the non-starters for Howells. Number 4, Trevor Bloom. Number 12, Jesse Fultus. Number 20, Devin Risch. Number 32, Garrett Rutzkamp. Number 34, Brady Brester. Number 42, Mitch Kempschneider. And number 44, Luke Hegeman. And now the non-starters for Giltner. Number 10, Kyle Hawthorne. Number 14, Ryan Clyer. Number 22, Ben Hendricks. Number 24, Dylan Hendricks. Number 32, Garrett Pompin. Number 34, Dylan Beek. And number 40, Jared Hastings. And now here's the starting lineup for the Bobcats of Howells High School. A 5'11" senior, number 10, Mitch Bellina. A 6'5" senior, number 22, Brian Byer. A 6'1" senior, number 24, Trent Messney. A 6'4" junior, number 30, Matt Gooch. And a 6'5" senior, number 40, Jordan Brakonchek. The assistant coach for the Bobcats is Jordan Brobitz. And the head coach for Howells, Scott Lamberty. And now here's the starting lineup for the Hornets of Giltner High School. A 6'1" junior, number 3, Dustin Hastings. A 6' senior, number 4, Ethan Kreitz. A 6'1" junior, number 20, Jake Finley. A 6'5" senior, number 30, Drew Ott. And a 6'3" senior, number 44, Trevor Poppin. The assistant coach for the Hornets is Aaron Vilba. And the head coach for Giltner, Matt Drew. The officials for tonight's Class D2 championship game are Jeremy Gilfrey, Jeremy Wynn, and Kelvin Nesbitt. The bench official is Brooks Wells. Ladies and gentlemen, let's play basketball.
Ready to go in Class D2, the Howells Bobcats and the Giltner Hornets. Giltner, 28-0, undefeated on the season. They were champs last year, and then we just head to the north and to the east, and we head to Howells High School, where the Bobcats are 26-1. That first loss of the season came in the first game against Stanton when they were just coming off the state football championship. But now, several months later, they're here at the Devaney Sports Center. Giltner got here by knocking off Hayes Center and Wynot. Howells made it with wins over Layton and Loomis. So Giltner and Howells, they combined 54-1. And as you mentioned earlier, they've won between the two teams 54 games in a row.
Yeah, really, maybe looking at two undefeated teams if, you know, Howells doesn't play for a state football title. And obviously you have injuries, your short practice time. That was a game that actually one of their starting guards was sick on the bus, and they had to move forward to a guard spot. So for two very talented teams that have been successful in multi-sports, and this is going to be a battle down to the wire.
So the tip controlled by the Bobcats. Up top, here's Matt Gooch with it. And a quick turnover through the hands of Mitch Bellina. This sounds like a starting football lineup. You recognize these names from Bellina, Byer, Mustney, Gooch, Brakonchek, all guys that you've seen in the state football championships. And now Giltner has certainly seen them as well. When you get a bio sheet returned from a coach, and one of the lines in there is, if we play Howells, they have ended our football season the last 3 years. Turn over the other way too. There's a big guy, and Drew Ott on his way to play football next year at the University of Iowa.
See the nerves, 2 early turnovers. These guys have been sitting in a hotel room all day waiting for this opportunity.
Underneath, bucket by Jordan Brakonchek, the 6'5" senior, who averages 9 a game, puts Howells on the board first. Here's Ott, hands it off to Kreitz. If you're a fan of state high school championship basketball, you will remember that Ethan Kreitz, number 4, for Giltner, who has the ball right now. Last year's state tournament, state championship, at the buzzer, he hit a 3 to give Giltner the state championship. That was the first game of the day last year. It was the 9 a.m. game when Kreitz came out and set the tone for the entire day by hitting the game-winning shot in the state championship. Bobcats on top, 2-zip. Here's Bellina driving right side of the lane. Bellina off the side of the basket. Kreitz the other way, the pull-up shot, and Kreitz got it. 2-pointer on the line. All even at 2.
I think Giltner's guards are going to have to play well. Allow Ott to work one-on-one on the block against Giltner, or excuse me, against Howells. Howells does have a lot of size. Not only Byer at 6'5", Kachik is 6'5", Gooch is 6'4". So certainly more size on the Howells side, but Ott being the biggest player on the floor, he's going to have to establish himself low for Giltner.
Up top, three-pointer. Kachik is off. Rebound to Kreitz. And Kreitz will push. Here's Hastings. Goes inside to Trevor Poppin. He turns it over. Bellina the other way. One more look here.
Great help defense, creating the turnover.
Foul called on Dustin Hastings. So ball stays with the Bobcats. Hastings first foul of the game.
Giltner's in man-to-man.
Nice toss by Gooch to Byer, who couldn't handle. And another turnover for Howells. Turnovers early, 2 apiece, each team. 3 minutes gone here in period number 1. Drew Ott inside. A hand, Brian Byer might have gotten a hand on it, and the foul is called on Byer. That's his first.
Yeah, if you're going to go double, you have to go a little early, not allow Ott to make that initial move to the middle. Once they get established in their move as an offensive player, referee is going to reward them. Ott did a good job making a quick move. Byer was a little late on that rotation, got caught for the foul. And Ott is a very good free throw shooter for a big guy. Good touch, good athleticism.
The second one on the way, and Ott makes it. So the 6'5" senior Drew Ott, who averages 18 a game, has 2 from the free throw line. And a travel, so another turnover. This is, we've mentioned throughout the year, is the final season of Howells High School. They are co-oping or combining with Dodge next year to create one high school. So this will be the last year that Howells is a school in and of itself. Inside, Ott can't get that to go. And of course, the Howells girls last week were in the state championship. They finished second after winning it the year before. Well, last year, Howells was the runner-up, so hoping to flip places with the girls this year.
Fans have their favorite hotel in Lincoln. They just go ahead and book it as they leave town this week for the next 2 weekends.
That's right.
Of 2013.
And for football and for volleyball. The volleyball team's been down here the last 2 years. Football team, I think, has been here 20 years in a row. It certainly seems like that.
You can tell it's looking at their bodies. Kids put a lot of time into the weight room, into training.
Shot down low by Ott. Ott with the bucket and the foul. A chance for the three-point play.
That foul, good job. Good early position by Ott. And as good as he is, if you're going to allow him to catch it that deep, help side can't get there. Ott could have a really big night. Howells have to either figure out, are we going to front him, or are we going to double him, how to keep him out of post position. So far, Ott's been the difference of the game, opening up that 7-2 lead.
Now here's Gooch the other way. Now Bellina. Musney with it, looks inside. Kachik kicks it back out to Musney. Baseline. Bellina drives in. Ott got the block. So Drew Ott's presence apparent very early. Make the three in the drive, then a nice bounce pass and block the other way. Howells comes away with it.
If you watch the Central game A game ago, you saw a center in the middle dominate the game, and Ott's very similar to that so far, blocking shots, establish himself on a low post.
Bellina into the lane, the left-handed shot off. Rebound comes back out. Kick to Musney. 3 on the way, no good. And a push underneath. That foul will be called on Byer. Second personal foul on Brian Byer. And so Byer will take a seat along with Mitch Bellina. Into the game, Brady Brester.
Yeah, big foul for Byer, committing 2, averaging 14 and 9. Coach Lamberty now has to decide, do you sit in for the half? Do you involve him offensively and defensively?
Good turnaround by Ott, couldn't get it to go. Boy, Ott, good footwork down there for a big guy. Projected as a tight end at Iowa.
That moves very well. Good frame already for a 18, 19-year-old.
Skip pass over to Musney. Musney's 3 on the way is off. Gooch has it and then stripped away. Dustin Hastings got a hand on it. Hastings now with the ball. Back up top to Finley. Finley's 3's on the way. That's off. Gooch rebounds. 7-2 Giltner. Hageman, Luke Hageman with the ball. And Hageman called with the travel.
But Howells has just had a hard time getting in a rhythm offensively in the half court. Maybe try to increase the pressure, try to get a steal. Giltner kind of knows where they're going to work through. They've been working through Ott most possessions.
(7-2), 1:50 to go. Finley to Ott. Now Poppin. Poppin loses it. Finley pulls it down. And Hastings collects. .130 remaining here. 3 is on the way off the front. And here's Brady Brester with the ball. Brester drives right side, loses it.
Both teams have played pretty good half-court defense. Giltner's holding Howells just 2 points. However, Howells has held Giltner to 7, so pretty good defensive effort so far to start this game.
Trevor Bloom now into the game for the Bobcats. Hageman takes a seat. Over and back. So that's called against Howells, and it will be another turnover. 6 now. 6 turnovers for Howells. Can't make Coach Scott Lamberty too happy in his 6th season. Ethan Kreitz with it to Hastings, looks inside. Down to the corner. Now back to Kreitz. 45 to go in the first period. Hastings fakes the shot, drives into the lane. Nice bounce pass. Finds Trevor Poppin, who puts it in.
A really nice possession by Giltner. Kind of used a flex cut to free a dribble drive. Anytime you're going to drive and draw help, find an open teammate, get an easy basket.
Looking inside for Brkacek and can't find him. Drive in, off the foot of Klyer, so that will draw the whistle. It'll stay with the Bobcats. So Luke Hageman to inbound for Howells with 13 left. Kicked outside. Long three-pointer on the way off the front of the rim. The shot, no good. So that'll do it. First quarter of play in the books. Howells only manages 2 and Giltner leads it 9-2 after 1 in the D2 title game.
Animal agriculture is vital to Nebraska. Livestock production not only contributes to our food supply, but also helps our rural communities. Livestock provides revenue for schools, creates jobs, supports Main Street, and enhances the future for farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Board's Animal Agriculture Initiative works to encourage growth of responsible livestock enterprises to benefit agriculture and Nebraska.
At the Aurora Cooperative, we're continually driven by what's next in agriculture. So we're dedicated to being your first resource for world-class agronomy, grain storage and marketing, high-performance feeds, and energy. Driven by our vision to be financially strong, innovative, independent, locally owned. You're driven by the opportunities that exist. We're driven to help you make the most of them, now and for the next generation. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
Welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Along with Andy Markowski, I'm Larry Putney. Matt Schick with us as well. A day long of basketball here on NET. We've crowned 5 state champs. This is our final game in Class D2 between Howells and Giltner. Giltner on top as we head to the second quarter of play, 9-2. Up top to Hastings.
Giltner's done a really nice job getting the ball moved from side to side. Being patient on offense. Waiting for a mistake by Howell's defender. They still know where their bread's buttered. They'll still get the ball inside to Ott.
There's Ott. Hands it off to Hastings. Ball stripped away. Musney with it. Back out to Bellina. Now, free throw line extended and the shot good by Brian Byer.
Yeah, we talked about Byer picking up 2 fouls. Coach Lamerty decided to let him play. A senior, been in big games before. Trust him not to pick up that 3rd.
Drew Ott, shot is off. Pass inside to Gooch. Gooch with the left-handed turnaround. Can't get it to go. Nice little shot in there by Gooch. Good spin move. Blocked by Byer. Now Bellina on the run. Bellina with the lay-in. So here come the Bobcats.
And you see the importance of Byer, why Coach Lamerty put him in. Got a basket, got a blocked shot, created that opportunity.
Now the turnover.
Kind of give Howells that emotional spark to start this second quarter.
4-0 run by the Bobcats. There's Brester, goes inside. All knocked away. Ott comes up with it. And a quick timeout called by Giltner and Matt Drew. Well, let's take a look back at last year's D2 state championship game.
It was a hard-fought battle between Juanita Palisade and Giltner that would come down to the final seconds in the Class D2 championship. The Broncos, led by Drew Harris's 16-point performance, were up by as many as 11 in the first half and even had an 8-point lead late in the third quarter. But the Hornets would not go away. Giltner fought back and the game was all tied up in the final seconds.
Looking for Ott outside.
What a shot! Ethan Kreitz wins the state championship for Giltner.
After an official's review, the shot was declared good, giving the Giltner Hornets their first state basketball title in school history.
So what a finish last year to the D2 state championship game, with Kreitz hitting that at the buzzer to win it. The Hornets on top here, 9-6. 5:20 to go before half. Bounce pass inside. Verkacek kicks it up top. Shot was off.
Nice penetration and pitch. Created the opportunity for Finley, just couldn't knock it in. Howells has done a good job getting back in this game. Good half-court defense. Being a little bit more patient on offense than they were early in the game.
So Hegeman with it up top. From the free throw line, Beyer is off. And rebound to Ott. Here's Kreitz. Goes inside to Ott. Beyer kicks it back up top. Here's Henricks. Over to Hastings. Now to Kreitz. The jumper by Kreitz is off, and the rebound comes down to Verkacek.
Howells just needs to be a little bit more patient offensively. I think Ott is the one big defender for Giltner. I think Howells does have a size advantage. Make Ott defend, put each possession. They need to turn that open three down and maybe look to drive the basketball, try to get a little bit more high percentage shot. Giltner's doing a really good job reversing the basketball, but they haven't been able to get Ott that low post touch that they were able to get in the first quarter.
Here's Ott down low now, goes off his leg, and a turnover.
A really good job by Verkacek moving his feet, showing the referee your hands to make sure you're not getting called for a hand check. Forced Ott to dribble it off his leg.
Musney. Now back up top to Beyer. Pass goes inside, turned over, tipped away by Ott, and here comes Hastings the other way. Looks inside for Ott again, can't find him. Now the bounce pass in Ott. Ott working inside off the glass, nice move, and a good entry pass to Drew Ott.
I think Coach Drew knew that they had a series of possessions without Ott touching it. Last two, got him a low post touch, got a basket on that possession.
Go, Drew!
Kreitz the other way now with a 5-point lead, 11-6. 2:40 to go before halftime. Here's Kreitz. Trevor popping. Now the drive by Henricks is off. Here's Trevor Bloom with it now. And a timeout called by the Howells Bobcats. Head coach Scott Lamberty will take a timeout. Giltner on top, 11-6 with 2:20 to go. Well, Omaha's Rosenblatt Stadium has seen its last at-bat, and now NET Television traces the history and the tradition of the grand old stadium in a documentary entitled Rosenblatt, The Final Inning. You want to meet the people who made Rosenblatt legendary and the fans who came back to the Diamond on the Hill year after year. You want to see it, you don't want to miss it. You can catch Rosenblatt, The Final Inning. That's tomorrow at 4:30 Central on NET1 and NET HD. Had a chance to catch it a couple of weekends ago on NET. Might have been last weekend. Just an outstanding documentary and story about Rosenblatt and how special it was to so many around the country and in college baseball. Those who came back to Rosenblatt year after year. And really an outstanding piece you don't want to miss on NET. Good bounce pass underneath. Little strong for Kachuk, expecting some contact and didn't get it.
Nice set play by Coach Lamberty. Got one of their more athletic players, Gooch, to drive the basketball and create an opportunity.
Otta runs it down, kicks it back up top. Three-pointer on the way. Off by Hastings. We are seeing a defensive battle here in the D2 championship. Bellina, good bounce pass inside to Brester. Brester and the foul. Chance to make it a three-point play for Brian Byer.
Yeah, back-to-back better possessions by Howells. Here you see penetration, draw help. Byer's very strong, very athletic. Nice use of the shot fake to get Ott up off the ground. Draw that contact, get to the free throw line.
Byer averages 14 a game. Off the back, Byer runs down his own rebound. Another opportunity. Down by 3, Bobcats with the ball. And a timeout called by Giltner Hornets head coach Matt Drew.
Actually, we're going to get a moving screen. Yep, it looked awkward because it was in the weak side corner. They're going to get Musney with a moving screen. Giltner will have the possession.
So Musney picks up the foul. Only the 4th foul of the first half. Down low to Ott. Ott double teamed. Goes up strong again with the rebound. Up again and can't finish. But he's fouled. It'll put him at the line to shoot 2.
Nice use of the high-low. I could get the first one to go, stays with it. Majority of the time, the shooter knows whether it's going to make or where it's going to miss. He was quick to react to it, get back up, and draw the second foul on Kachuk.
Free throw good.
So Ott, in terms of dominating the paint.
12-8, Giltner on top of Howells.
Has drawn 4 fouls between Byer and Kachuk together.
Good drive by Gooch, and Gooch with the bucket. First 2 points from Matt Gooch. 30 to go before the break. Kreitz with it. Off to Hastings. Now to Ott. Skip pass to Finley, now back up top. 15 to go. Ott drives in, off the glass, can't get it to go, tips it out. Howells will have one last shot before the half. On the way, and it's off. So we head to the halftime locker room. Giltner on top of Howells. It's 12-10. Giltner looking for its 2nd consecutive state championship. The Bobcats finished runners-up last year in Class D1, dropping this year to D2. And now Matt Schick is with the head coach of the Howells Bobcats, Scott Lamberty.
Scott, we are at an offensive impasse, 12-10. What do you need to do to get this offense going here in the second half?
Well, we just need to continue to move the basketball. You know, we did a little bit better job the last couple minutes of the half, getting some dribble drive, making them help a little bit, and then we can get the ball inside a little bit easier. It's hard to get in on a straight post-up because they front so well.
And the defense on Ott, how do you adjust in the second half, do you?
No. We'll just keep doing what we're doing, and just we got some bigs down there too, and we'll just kind of let them all battle and see how it goes.
Good luck. Thanks.
Thank you.
Larry.
I appreciate it, Matt. Thanks to Scott Lamberty. We're at halftime. Howells and Giltner. The Hornets on top, 12-10.
Driving isn't worth your full attention. What is? A safety reminder from your Nebraska Department of Roads.
Every day here in Nebraska, you work hard to build a life for your family and take care of them. You do your part, and we're working hard to do ours. We're Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska. From Scottsbluff to Scribner, you can count on us to help protect your family and your future. Today and tomorrow, we're here where you are, and we work for you.
NET Sports coverage of the 2012 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nebraskasoybeans.org. By Constellation Energy, formerly known as One Oak Energy Marketing Company, a participant in the Choice Gas program and a proud supporter of Nebraska 4-H and FFA. And by the Aurora Cooperative, innovative, financially strong, committed to the communities we serve. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
We're back here at halftime. Hornets lead the Bobcats 12-10. Here with Dr. Steve Shanahan, NSAA, interim executive director. I guess, how's it been going so far? We're almost done.
A great tournament, great attendance. Our girls were up about 5,000 last week, and we should be around the 100,000 mark for 3 days here. So it's good. We're at 90,000 right now, and I'm sure it's going to be at 100. So it's a great tournament.
Yeah, some great games today. There are some new faces too in the NSAA. What are their responsibilities? Some assistant directors.
We have John Dolliver, who's in charge of basketball. Has done a great job. John was a former athletic director and basketball coach. Ron Higdon came from the University of Nebraska at Omaha as assistant wrestling coach. Handles wrestling and sports medicine. And then Nate Newhouse, who is an assistant at football at UNO, is doing football and track for us. So some great young men, and they're doing a super job.
Got a big news is that you're stepping down. We have a new executive director stepping in July 1st. Tell us about the new hire.
We've hired Rhonda Blanford Green. Rhonda is a former track athlete here at the University of Nebraska, former Olympic trial athlete in '84 and '88. Has been associate director in Colorado for 16 years. Done a super job there. Just a bright, energetic young woman. I guess young because she's younger than me, and I just think she'll be a real asset to our association.
I know you guys have a lot on the docket here for the next year. What are some of the challenges and some of the new opportunities you guys are pursuing and looking to alter coming up in the next year?
Well, I think we're always trying to make things more user-friendly for our fans and for our schools. We're looking at online ticketing, which a lot of venues do and a lot of activities do, and we think it'll really enhance the spectator experience, make it easier to get tickets. I know we have a lot of updates and things we need to do to make our forms and those kind of necessary things easier for our schools, so we want to work on that. And then I think we just try and continue to be kind of open and forthright and honest with our schools and the public to let them know what we do and what we stand for and what kinds of things we do for young people.
Well, I know I speak for everyone at NET. It's been a pleasure working with you for the last few years, and good luck to you. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Matt. I appreciate it.
All right. We are at halftime, 12-10. Andy and Larry will resume halftime after this.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
You know, many years ago, when I was about 8 years old, I got the opportunity to watch a box turtle behind my house lay her eggs. And watching that turtle go through all that effort, it just piqued my curiosity, and I wanted to learn more and read more. My entire job is science. I want children to get connected with science and utilize the technology and the engineering abilities, because each one of us has the ability to change the world.
To find out what you can do to inspire a young person, visit connectamillionminds.com.
95% of American corn farms are family-owned.
Farmers grow 70% more corn per ounce of fertilizer than just 35 years ago.
The energy to grow a bushel of corn has dropped by 37% over the past 30 years.
Farmers have cut soil erosion by 44% through new tillage methods.
This is sustaining innovation, and it's how Nebraska corn farmers are growing more with less. On the web at nebraskacorn.org.
Programming on NET Television is provided in part by the Dr. Tom and Dorothy Hallstrom Inspire Nebraska Athletics Endowment.
Sports programming on NET is made possible by a gift from the Dr. Barbara Hibner Estate, inspiring young Nebraska athletes to strive for their fullest potential.
Welcome back to halftime at the D2 State Championship game. Bob Devaney Sports Center along with Matt Schick and Andy Markowski. I'm Larry Putney. Good to have you with us. Is anything to keep them entertained, right? The food is always an entertainer. We have highlights from the first half action between the Bobcats and the Hornets. Start with the Bobcats inside of the big guy. Jordan Brakacic early. It's a nice defense by Brian Byer. The lay-in by Mitch Bellina. Howells came back late in the second to make it a game point to within 2, and there's the big shot by Byer and the foul. On the other side, Ethan Kreitz with the three-pointer. Inside to Drew Ott. Drew Ott has really shown his presence inside, not only offensively, but on the defensive end as well with the block there. And then one more time down low for Drew Ott. And here's a look at our halftime stats.
Yeah, both teams really struggled from the floor. Howells 5 of 19, 26%. Giltner 4 of 18, 22%. Neither team had been able to capitalize on their three-point attempts. Howells has 10 turnovers versus Giltner's 6. Giltner has used some of those Howells turnovers into points, getting 10 points off those turnovers. The main difference in this basketball so far is those turnovers, but whichever team establishes post touches off the drive or the pass down into their big guys is going to be the team that can open up this game offensively and maybe take home the state championship.
Well, now let's go to Matt with Matt Drew.
Thank you, Larry. Well, neither team is setting the world on fire offensively here with 12-10, but what do you want to see from your guys here in the second half?
The same kind of effort we had in the first half. Continue to be aggressive, continue to shoot the ball. They'll start to fall like they did last night in the second half, and the same great defensive effort. Drew Ott's going to take over the second half, I hope.
Good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Larry.
All right, thanks very much, Matt. Thank you to Matt Drew. We're at halftime. When we come back, second half action. Hornets on top of the Bobcats. It's 12-10.
My granddad taught me that you don't abuse the land, that you treat the land with great respect, that you work hard to maintain it because it will reward you if you care for it. My dad felt the same way. I feel the same way, and I'll work to instill those values in my son and my grandson.
We'd like to say we have the good life in our state. And for more than 40 years, Nebraska Public Power District has kept the good life running smoothly for Nebraskans. We are driven to go above and beyond with a spirit to provide reliable, affordable electricity with outstanding customer service each and every day. Because in the end, we want to make the good life better for all. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
NET Sports coverage of the 2012 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District, applauding the dedication, teamwork, and sportsmanship of Nebraska's high school athletes. By the Nebraska Corn Board and Nebraska's corn farmers, growing more with less through sustaining innovation at nebraskacorn.org. And by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, one less thing to worry about. One thing to worry about for these two teams is offense. It's 12-10 at the half. Neither team has really been able to get a consistent flow or pace going on offense. Part of it because of the nice defense that's been played, but also they've committed some turnovers.
Yeah, both teams are playing really hard defense, and they're making it hard for teams to get into offensive rhythm. And the stat that tells me that they're not in offensive rhythm, if you look at the assists, Giltner has 1 assist, Howells has 0. So that tells you that offense really isn't clicking. I thought Howells settled down and used the dribble drive to maybe create some opportunities late in that second quarter. So the team that can find some rhythm offensively, maybe a set play or a certain offense that can get them in rhythm, start getting some easy baskets, is probably going to be the team that gets some momentum, gets some energy, gets their crowd into the game, and will probably be victorious.
So the 6th state championship of the day being contested right now here in Class D2. Let's take a look at the other 5. Wahoo this morning lost to Boys Town 58-55. It was St. Mary's coming from behind to knock off Pawnee City in D1. In Class B, Scotts Bluff pulls off the upset of South Sioux City 64-61 in a game that really wasn't that close. Ravenna knocks off Lutheran High Northeast by 10, and Central wins its 6th state championship in 7 years and 3rd in a row over Omaha South. So 16 more minutes to go, and we'll have a Class D2 state champion crowned. Will it be Howells or Giltner? Giltner looking for its 2nd consecutive state championship. Howells was in the title game last year, lost in that title game to West Point Central Catholic, now Guardian Angels Central Catholic. 2 shots in close from Jordan Brokacek don't go down, and then it goes off of the hand of Howells, and I'm sorry, Giltner out of bounds. It'll stay with Howells off the hand of Hastings.
But once again, Bellina penetration kind of created that weak side rebounding opportunity. So Howells has been the last few minutes of the second quarter using the drive to create some offensive opportunities.
Shot on the way is off. A good hustle by Brokacek to save it. Giltner with it though. Good ball movement up the court quickly. And the foul called on Jordan Brokacek. So Brokacek picks up his first.
Yeah, that's his first of the third quarter, 3rd overall.
Ball goes out. And it will stay with Giltner.
Both teams playing extremely hard. The history, as we talked about, Howells has knocked Giltner out of the last 3 football state championships.
Drew Ott inside, and Ott is fouled. Foul called on Gooch. Matt Gooch picks up his first.
Here's a little cross screen to bring Drew to the ball side block. If you listen to Coach Drew at halftime, he said Drew Ott was going to have a big breakout second half, and part of that is, you know, he talked to the group at halftime on where to get the basketball. Let's work through our big guy. Runs a nice little set play to get him a touch and get him to the free throw line.
Well, 10 Hornets, no score yet here in the second half of play. 3 on the way. Catches air. Still 12-10. Now pushed up by Kreitz. Here's Drew Ott. And Kreitz is fouled by Mitch Bellina. Bellina picks up the foul. That's the first personal foul on Bellina.
The 3rd team foul already here for Howells in the second half.
Now to Hastings, inside to Drew Ott. Ott works between defenders. Nice pass to Poppin. Poppin drives in, can't get it. Brokacek with the rebound. Left-handed dribble on the baseline. Shot is off. Hastings the other way. 3 on the way. Finley can't get it. Rebound. Ott up and good. So Drew Ott with the first basket at 5:58 here of this third period.
The right place, right time. Ball kind of bounced to him, and Drew Ott, when he catches in the paint, he knows what to do with it. Go up quick, score it.
Brkacek called for the travel there as he had it down low. So the turnover on the Bobcats. And now 10 turnovers in the game for Howells. Now Ethan Kreitz thought it went off of a Bobcat. The official did not. So a turnover on Giltner. 8 turnovers now for Giltner. Three-pointer on the way is off, rebound to Ott. Wrights with it, left-handed dribble. Off to Hastings. Good pass to Ott, who goes baseline. Ott with the bucket. So Drew Ott goes hard to the basket. He's got 4 here in this second half. And Ott now leads all scorers with 11. He has 11 of the Hornets' 16 points. Floated inside, and just on that back line was Ethan Kreitz. Trying to get the steal. Dylan Henricks now into the game. Helena with it up top. Pass down low. Got it into Brkacek, and Brkacek is fouled. Foul called on Ryan Klyer. That's the first foul on Klyer.
Really nice use. Here comes the high-low. Byer catches it, uses that shot fake. That's the second time he's been able to get Ott up off the floor with a shot fake. Gets back to the free throw line.
Free throw good by Brian Byer. Back into the game is Trevor Poppin for the Giltner Hornets. He'll come in for Klyer. Second free throw on the way from Brian Byer, and that's good as well. So Byer hits both free throws. Make it 16-12.
Howells increasing their pressure a little bit.
It's off the backboard and out, so it will be with Howells. The officials will talk it over and got the call right. See Matt Drew just double checking to make sure it didn't go off of a Howells player before or after it hit the backboard. Official says it did not. So 4:20 to go here in this third. Howells still looking for their first second half field goal. Bellina trying to go inside to Gooch. Foul down low, pushing foul. Called on Ethan Kreitz. So first personal foul on Kreitz. And only 3 team fouls in the game for the Giltner Hornets. 2 of those coming here in the second half. Here's Gooch with it, drives in. Gooch with the foul. And the bucket. 3-point play opportunity for Gooch.
Yeah, really athletic elbow drive, good body control. Gets a chance for a 3-point play. Howell's best possessions have come when they've had some focus on driving the basketball, post touches, dribble drives to the rim. Just need to stay with that. Stop shooting jump shots. Just stay focused on driving the basketball. Seems to be where they've been the most successful.
So the 4:10 mark, Gooch knocks in the first field goal for Howells in the second half. Poppin couldn't get that to go from underneath. 16-14, Bobcats back to within 2. And the ball. Here's Brkacek.
Good job by Giltner defending the drive.
Brkacek with a nice move. And a foul called. And a push will be called on Poppin. So Trevor Poppin with the push underneath. That will put...
Yeah, it's going to be called on the rebound.
Rebound, so yep.
Inline out of bounds. And once again, Howells going into the paint. Good things have happened when they've just had a focus and attention to getting the ball inside.
Luke Hegeman to inbound. Looked inside, couldn't find Byer. Now finds him, Byer down low. Byer can't get it to go, tipped around. Rebound put back, still not good, and finally pulled away by Ethan Kreitz.
The 2 high percentage shots just couldn't get either a fall.
Ball tipped away by Hegeman. And the turnover. So here's Brester with it. Now to Hegeman, looks inside, nothing there. Again, Byer can't buy it inside. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line is off by Kreitz. .220 to go here, third period. 16-14 Hornets. Gooch inside to Byer, working on Ott. Byer can't get it to go again. He's getting good looks down there, he's just not finishing. And a foul called on Gooch. So Gooch picks up his second foul.
If you're Coach Lambert, you have to be really happy with the shots you've been able to generate in this third quarter. They've had high percentage shots. You've got to credit Giltner for being big and strong. Ott certainly is a presence in the lane. But if Howells continually has that focus, they've certainly got the better shots between the two teams so far in this third quarter.
Ott moves to the basketball. Good defense by Brian Byer. And now Ott will inbound it. Up by 2. Looked inside. A jumper by Kreitz is off. Rebound to Hegeman. So another chance to tie it up for the Bobcats. 1:45 to go here in the third. Here's Gooch with it. Gooch driving in. And the blocking foul will be called on Finley. So Jacob Finley picks up the foul.
Gooch had an elbow drive a couple possessions ago. That time catches it on the wing, squares up, triple threat, low attack. Gets himself back to the free throw line.
So now at the line is Matt Gooch. 4 points, 2 of 3 from the field, and 6 rebounds. For the 6'4" junior, who averages 10 a game. Had 16 points, 9 rebounds, 4 blocks in the semifinals. Shot is good by Gooch. Back in the game now for Giltner is Trevor Poppin. Now down 1, Gooch to tie it. Second one good as well. So 16 all in the D2 title game. 1:30 to go here in the third. Pass Pass underneath to Ott. They found him. Good toss inside by Jacob Finley.
Drew Ott does such a good job getting early position. He kind of worked his guy up the lane, anticipated the high-low. Really good execution by Giltner. Excuse me, Larry.
Yep, that foul called on Trevor Poppin. Brester will go to the line. Here's a look at the attempt by Trevor Poppin last time up the floor.
Shooting 2 shots.
Free throw good by Brady Brester. Scott Lamberty in his 6th season with the Bobcats. State runner-up last year with Howells. All even at 18. Ott underneath is fouled.
Well, once again, you've seen Ott very nimble, does a little spin move, gets it up on the backboard, and he has the body control. He knew he missed it, was the first to get to the spot to rebound it.
Back inside to Ott, who splits the defenders, and he's fouled on the shot. Boy, tough guy to handle down there. Just big and powerful. They double-teamed him. Fought through the double team and got his shot off.
He's got great feet. He always plays with his feet underneath of him. He's always on balance. And then you throw in just the size and the pure strength, and you're right, he's a handful.
So Ott leads all scorers with 13. A little strong there, off the back of the iron. Ott with 13 of the 18 points by Giltner, and now 14 of 19. Hornets up by 1. 45 to go before the final period. Gooch with the step back three-pointer. Big shot by Matt Gooch. First three-pointer of the game for either team by Matt Gooch. And that gives Gooch 9 points in the game to lead the Bobcats. And they now lead it by 2, 21-19. Good baseline jumper by Kreitz. So Ethan Kreitz, who averages 11 a game, has 4. Rakacek's shot is short. 10 to go. All even at 21. The shot is off. One more try, but can't get it. And that will end our third period of play. The Hornets and Bobcats, with 8 minutes to go in the D2 title game, all even at 21.
So I was talking to my mom the other day, and she said that there's no way we can afford college.
Here, check educationquest.org. See? They have information about grants, scholarships, and other ways to pay for college. You can even go to their office, and they'll show you what to do.
Education Quest Foundation offers services to help students plan and pay for college. To learn more, visit educationquest.org.
Education Quest helped us get to college.
And they can help you too.
95% of American corn farms are family-owned.
Farmers grow 70% more corn per ounce of fertilizer than just 35 years ago.
The energy to grow a bushel of corn has dropped by 37% over the past 30 years.
Farmers have cut soil erosion by 44% through new tillage methods.
This is sustaining innovation, and it's how Nebraska corn farmers are growing more with less. On the web at nebraskacorn.org.
Well, back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, somebody will finish #1 after this. It's all even at 21. 8 minutes to go in the D2 championship game. Giltner and Howells. Giltner, the defending champion D2. Howells made it to the championship game last year in Class D1. Both back again this year. Good ball movement by Giltner. Outside three-pointer is off. Ott goes high after it, and Ott called for the foul. Second foul on Drew Ott.
A good possession by Giltner. Got ball reversal, forced a help opportunity. Created an open three in the corner. Just unable to knock it in, and then Ott competing on that weak side rebound. It's going to send Howells to the free throw line with the bonus.
Now in the 1-and-1.
Shooting 1-and-1.
Kachek's first one is good. Gives the Bobcats the lead to start the fourth.
Points are so hard to come by in this basketball game. These free throws really matter. When you get an opportunity to put a point or two on the board for your team, you've got to step up, take advantage. Kachek makes one of two.
So that makes it a one-point game at 22-21. Inside to Poppin. Couldn't find the cutter. Hastings looks. Pump fake. Hastings with the drive and a foul. Blocking foul called on Howells. And that will be called on Jordan Brkacek. And that's number 4 on Brkacek.
Excuse me, just looking at the replay. Using the shot fake, get the defender out of position. Good low hard drive. Hastings is going to have a chance to go to the free throw line. Knock 2 in. Giltner can take the lead again.
Shooting 2 shots.
So 22-21, put back, not good, and the rebound comes down to Byer. 7:10 to go. Inside. Byer nowhere to go. Kick back up top. Musney drives, blocked by Ott. Picked up, and a blocking foul, and the bucket good. Bellina with a chance at a three-point play.
A loose ball. If you can get to a loose ball, usually good things happen. This time Bellina got to the loose ball, created a three-point opportunity for his team.
And he converts. Biggest lead of the game for Howells. 25-24, up by 4. Ott double team, gets it out to Hastings, who takes the 3. That's off. Tipped around. Byer comes down with it. Byer starting to pick up that intensity, and now the foul called on Jacob Finley. That'll be Finley's second personal foul. And now the 9th team foul against Giltner. One more foul, and the Bobcats will be in the double bonus. So Bellina to shoot 1-and-1, up by 4. Second one, got it. So a 6-point lead, 27-21. And the foul up top called on Mitch Bellina. That will be the second personal foul on Bellina. 8th team foul, so that will put the Hornets at the line. So shooting 1-and-1 will be Ethan Kreitz. Kreitz, an all-conference performer, had 11 points against Hayes Center earlier in the tournament, 12 against Wynot. He is their clutch free throw shooter, says Coach Matt Drew. Comes up short.
Howells moving the basketball.
Three is off. Brian Byer said, I got to try one, right? Ball tipped away. Bellina goes hard into the scorer's table. It'll stay with Giltner. Into the game now for Howells is Luke Hegeman.
A 6-point lead in this game is a lot of points, just because it's been hard to efficiently get points in the half court.
Tried to skip pass, pulled down by Bellina. Howells has really stepped up that interior defense on Ott.
Well, that time double teamed Ott. Really got there before he had a chance to make a move, forced the turnover.
Gooch with it up top, now to Hegeman. Byer, Gooch has it. Trapped in a timeout called by Lamberty.
Yeah, nice timeout. There wasn't a lot of positive things happening in that possession, and when Gooch picked it up in the corner, probably get trapped. So really good timeout by Coach Lambert to give his team a break. Up 6, big possession here to try to extend that lead.
5:12 to go, 27-21, Bobcats on top. Well, we hope you're enjoying now. We hope you've enjoyed all day our coverage of the 2012 NSAA Boys Basketball Championships, and we would love to hear what you think about our coverage. It's easy. Just send us an email at sports@netnebraska.org. Your comments help NET Sports decide which programs are important to you and which programs we should continue to bring. So we'd love you to take a moment and write us at sports@netnebraska.org. Let us know what you think about our coverage all day long here at the 2012 NSAA Boys Basketball Championships. The Hornets are hoping they have some sting left, down by 6 with 5:12 to go.
As I was talking about earlier, 6 points seems like it's a huge deficit, a low-scoring game, but you know, it's a 2-possession game. Giltner just has to get a couple stops, find a little bit of a rhythm offensively. Howells have done a better job on Ott in the second half than what they did in the first half.
Fewest points Giltner has scored all year is 43. And here they are in the fourth quarter, wide open underneath, and misses the putback as Byer. And they have 21 here with 5 minutes left in the fourth.
Howells is really settled in defensively. Bellina is really doing a good job on the ball.
Now a foul on Mitch Bellina. That will be Bellina's 3rd personal foul, and it will send Giltner to the line.
Really, the difference in the game has been the free throw line. If you look at Howells in the second half, are 10 out of 12. Giltner is 1 out of 7. So certainly Howells has taken advantage of those opportunities. Giltner is going to get a chance to improve on that percentage here.
Free throw good by Kreitz. (27-22). Second one is good. So a 4-point game now with 4:40 to go.
Really nice job by Kreitz. Missed the front end of a 1-on-1 a couple of possessions ago.
Hegeman takes it in, has it blocked by Ott.
Came back, knocked 2 in, and now they're going to have a chance to cut this lead from 4.
Go down to Ott. No foul called. Ott all ball on the block. Howells breaks the press. Drive by Musney. Pass down low to Hegeman. And a foul called on Dustin Hastings. Hastings picks up his second personal foul. And now at the line is Luke Hegeman. Here's another look.
Really nice job using the dribble drive, always throwing a bounce pass to the open player along the baseline, allows him to receive it as it's going up into the shot.
Free throw good by Hegeman. They're looking to extend that lead back to 6. Hegeman hits both. You're right, big free throws down the stretch for Howells to this point. Inside 4 minutes to go. Looked inside for Ott. Foul called on Brian Byer, who's saying, I didn't foul him, but my hand just happens to be tied up in his jersey.
Yeah, that was a hard argument to win.
That's right.
When you physically can't remove your hand from your opponent, you're going to have a hard time.
I couldn't help it. It got stuck in there. First free throw is good.
That's the third free throw in a row from Giltner, so they struggled early in the third quarter, making free throws. Now they've settled in, taking advantage of those opportunities.
Timeout called by the Hornets, down by 4, 29-25. Bobcats with the lead, 3:45 to go here in the D2 title game. Been a great day. We started at 9 a.m. bright and early this morning. State championship won, the first game of the day in Class C1 by Boys Town, which knocked off Wahoo. Then O'Neill St. Mary's over Pawnee City. Our 1 o'clock game, Scotts Bluff upset the South Sioux City Cardinals. Then Ravenna won a state championship over Lutheran High Northeastern. The game prior to this one, it was Omaha Central winning its 3rd straight. It's been a while since Giltner has hit a free throw or hit a field goal. Their last field goal came with 24 seconds in the 3rd quarter. So they've gone on a 4-minute, 30-second drought in trying to score, or trying to get a field goal. That goes off of the hand of Finley and out, so Howells will keep it.
Giltner's extending that pressure, excuse me, Larry, trying to create a turnover. Did a nice job getting a deflection out of bounds.
Looking at the trap. Bell in a double team, gets it off to Byer. Byer, good pass down low, and the foul. Foul called on Jacob Finley. Finley picks up his 3rd personal foul.
It wasn't smooth, but they navigated the pressure, got the ball to the top of the key, which allowed them a high-low opportunity. Brakacic just can't take advantage of those opportunities in the free throw line, though.
So Brakacic at the line now. 1 for 3 from the free throw line is Brakacic. Hits the second one, 2 for 4. So extends that lead to 5 with 3:28 to go. Kreitz with a 3, well off. And it did hit on the way out, Gooch. So it will stay with Giltner. So the air ball hit Gooch on the way out. Kreitz again with it. Kreitz in the lane. Now to Poppin. Good defense by the Bobcats from Howells. Here's Poppin driving into the lane. Poppin, the nice drive and gets the roll. Trevor Poppin with 2. And that cuts it to a 3-point game, 2:39 to go. They pick up again and force the turnover. Poppin with the steal. Kreitz thought about the three. Outside, it will be taken by Hastings, and he got it. All knotted at 30. Giltner's first three-pointer of the game. And it comes at a key time, down by 3. And Dustin Hastings hits it and evens it at 30. Only 3 points of the game for Hastings. As Drew Ott leads the way with 16 of the team's 30. One more look.
There you go on about a 6-minute scoring drought, and then you get 3 field goals in a matter of a minute. And that's what I said when the 6-point lead for Howells seemed like it was unsurmountable, a low-scoring game. It was still only a 2-possession game.
Right.
So Giltner just settles in, has 2 or 3 good possessions in a row. Now it's a tie game. Take the momentum back. Now Howells is back on their heels, and they have to stay aggressive against this full-court Giltner pressure.
So 2:25 to go, all even at 30 between Howells and Giltner. And it was that full court pressure that turned it over and led to the three-pointer that tied it at 30. And there he is, Dustin Hastings, who hit it. Will deny the inbounds here, try to force a turnover, will Giltner. Got it to Bellina across the timeline. Musney with the three. Musney shot is off. So 2:15 to go. 30 apiece. Kreitz with the ball. Looking inside for Ott. Off of the foot of Bellina and a turnover. So now Gooch looking for Brakacic inside, can't find him. Brakacic can't find Byer. Byer calling for it in the paint. Byer goes up strong, and Byer gives Howells the lead.
A really nice recognition by Howells. Had a mismatch. Byer had a smaller defender on him. Worked the ball side to side. Low post touch and the easy basket.
1:30 to go in the game. Down by 2 is Giltner. Inside to Ott. Ott working on Brakacic. Can't get the shot to go. Gooch loses it, but picked up by Howells, and they'll call a timeout. So a 30-second timeout called by the Bobcats. That leaves them with 1 timeout. The Hornets still with 3. Let's look at that last bucket by Howells.
You see the mismatch going against the smaller Kreitz. Byer just uses his strength and athleticism to muscle it up for the 2-point lead.
32-30. 1:17 to go for the Class D2 title. Giltner has not lost this season, 28-0. Howells has won 26 in a row. Lost their first game of the year to Stanton when they had 4 of their top 8 out.
Howells hasn't done a great job against this pressure. If I'm Giltner, I just try to trap, see if you can generate a turnover. Still plenty of time left. You don't have to foul.
So Musty now has it up top. 1 minute to go. Bobcats with the ball. Up by 2 on the Hornets. And the foul. As soon as Brakacic touched the ball.
Yeah, good strategy in terms of Bellina has been to the line 3 times here in the second half, has capitalized on all 3 attempts. So once again, you want to play your percentage. Brakacic has capitalized from 2 of his 4 attempts.
And it's good by Brakacic.
And as a senior, stepped up, knocked it in.
Second one on the way. Long, and the rebound by Byer. Byer back up, can't get it to go. Ott pulls it down. Nearly a huge rebound. Down by 3 is Giltner. 45 to go. Ott with it. Now they'll work it around. Here's Kreitz. Kreitz drives in. The floater, got it. Big clutch shot by Ethan Kreitz. And a timeout called by Matt Drew of the Giltner Hornets. Giltner comes in having won 4 straight, or 3 conference regular season tournaments under Matt Drew in his 5 seasons.
Here you see Kreitz doing a really good job coming off that screen, stopping, good footwork, not getting a 15-footer. He's accustomed to big shots in the state tournament. Obviously hit the game winner last year. Took that with no fear. Now get in to cut the deficit to 1. Now the strategy is you have to try for a steal, 35 seconds. I still think you can try to get a trap if you're Giltner, see if you can generate a steal. If that first trap fails, then I think you have to selectively foul who you think would be the lowest percent free throw shooter on the Howells team. Howells wants to get it in bounds, try to get it to maybe Belena, that has been successful from the free throw line, senior. Gooch has hit a 3, has had a successful second half, so he might have the confidence to go up and make some clutch free throws. But the thing that you can't do here is turn it over if you're Howells. You want to get the basketball in. You want to be forced to foul or be fouled where you can go to the free throw line and try to grow this lead back up to 3.
With 35 to go, Bobcats up by 1 with the ball. Let's see what Giltner does. On the inbounds, Gooch pressured. They got it across the timeline, and they foul Hegeman right away. And boy, Luke Hegeman, just a sophomore, but he certainly looks smooth at the free throw line. Earlier when he shot 2, he is 2 for 2 at the line tonight. Had a very smooth stroke. First one on the way from Hegeman. Got it. Now up by 2, 34-32. This to make it a 3-point game. Hegeman got them both. He's 4 for 4 from the line. And Hegeman will take a seat. Back in for defensive purposes comes Mitch Belena.
30 seconds. If you're Giltner, I think you take the best shot available. Doesn't have to be a 3. So attack, get a good high percentage shot.
Hastings with it. Down to Poppin, who drives in, and Poppin fouled by Brian Byer. So Byer picks up the foul. That's his 3rd. Byer with his 4th personal foul. So 2 Bobcats with 4 fouls. Byer and Brokacek. Second one from Poppin. Rolls around. Ott underneath has the rebound. Ott back up strong. Gooch with the rebound and a foul called on Ott. So now Gooch with 14.8 to go will go to the line and try to make it a 2-possession game.
A terrific effort by Ott, keeping that play alive, just unable to get it to go. Credit Giltner, or excuse me, Howells not fouling, staying straight up, forcing the miss. Gooch gets a rebound.
Money from Matt Gooch.
And the theme of this game has been free throw shooting. That's now 17 of 22 for the game for Howells, 77%.
36-33, Bobcats on top. 1 more to come from Gooch. Boy, what an outstanding job over the last 2 weekends, really, the girls' state championship, and this week on the boys by our NET sports crew. Congratulations, guys, on an outstanding 2 long days of coverage, bringing you Nebraska high school basketball across the state from border to border. Here to wave from the entire crew, and they come up here, get in here early, set things up, run the cables, and then they've. The thing you don't really realize is these guys are going to be around here for another 4 or 5 hours tearing down after we leave. Well, I know you're sticking around to help Andy, but
I just get in the way, so they'll shoot me out of the way.
Outstanding job once again by our NET Sports production crew. They might be out of here by midnight, they say. That's still a couple hours after you're already asleep.
Yeah, great day. They do a great job. I appreciate being a part of the broadcast. It's been some great games, and this certainly is going to go down to the wire. Gooch is certainly being up 2 possessions is a lot more comforting as a coach. You know, being up only 3 creates a lot of different scenarios where you can look at overtime.
Gooch's second free throw rattles out. Oh, and it goes off Drew Ott and out of bounds.
A terrific effort by Byer, just kind of competing for that loose ball. Kind of forced Ott to try to grab it, fumbled out of bounds. And now you're going to have to try to get a steal, maybe a trap, and then you have to foul.
A timeout called by Lamberty. Well, that will be the last timeout for the Bobcats. Lamberty takes his final timeout, up by 3 with the ball. And 14 seconds to go. No more timeouts. They will have to inbound here.
Once again, the most important thing is getting the basketball inbounds, preferably not in either corner. Corners are trap areas.
Right.
Giltner could potentially generate a turnover. Worst case scenario is you want to get to the foul line with a chance to expand the lead from a single possession at 3 points to 4 or 5 points.
Great day of high school championships. Started this morning with a great one that went late into the game. In fact, our first 2 of the day were outstanding games. Both went late, and this one to close the day is doing the same.
We've had 3 teams stay undefeated. The 4th being Giltner at 28-0 is on the ropes, potentially going to suffer the first loss of the season.
Foul called on Kreitz, so that will put Byer at the line. Byer needs 1 of 2 to make it a 2-possession game. First one from Byer is good.
At 12-7, you have to get out of the net. On a make, push it up if you're Giltner.
Second one is off. Giltner. 3-pointer is blocked. 3 on the way is just off. Foul called. Is it on the 3-point shot? It is.
There's going to be 3. I thought that was going to go in, and we were at overtime on a 4-point play. So great opportunity for Hastings. Now with 1.9, you have to make your first 2, and then you're going to have to miss your 3rd to try to generate that opportunity to overcome a 4-point deficit. The first part of that is making the first couple.
So he needs to make the next 2. Well, now it's at least a 3-point game, so a miss here and a 3-pointer could tie it.
And Coach Drew is going to take a timeout and probably diagram up some type of a tip play. Put a couple players out on the wing. You have certainly Drew Ott that's big enough and athletic enough to get up and bat the ball back and give yourself a chance to throw a 3 up and force overtime.
Final timeout by the Hornets. No timeouts left. 1.9 seconds left of the clock. Well, we've got an exciting one here. This is one of those you're going to want to keep for a lifetime if you're involved in it. So give us a call if you'd like to order a DVD. NETnebraska.org. You can log on, follow the prompts, and order there as well. Or give us a call. Make it easy at 800-868-1868. Order a copy of this or any of today's state high school championship games or last weekend's. Matt Schick was over in the Giltner huddle. Let's listen in with Matt.
Yeah, Coach Drew wants Hastings to brick this one hard. That's really the only time you'll ever hear a coach tell a player to do that. Brick it hard, and then a tip out for the 3, obviously. So coaching a kid on how to miss a free throw. That's what they did in the huddle.
Yeah, the one strategy, if you're Howells, sometimes you like to take 4 players out and put 2 out on the wings, knowing that they're going to tip it out.
It was tipped out, 3 on the way. Got it! Oh, what a shot! We're going to overtime. They're going to pull the officials together and make sure the shot was off, but the play was drawn up and worked to perfection. Finley hit the 3-pointer. The officials at the scorer's table talking it over. Did he release it in time?
I'm pretty sure it's good. My eyes told me it was good, but just here's a terrific
One
play.
more look. Ott tips it out there.
Called it that. Ott
Great save. Off it is.
Ooh.
Well, one more look. That was tough.
That was closer. You got to look at the light.
The light.
The light. Right. The light is what referees look at when they go to the scorer's table. And now you can't see it from that angle.
Let's take another look at that up top shot.
You go to the original shot. You're going to see the light in line with the release.
Tip. It is off. Boy. It is off, and it is good.
That's about as close as it gets, but Giltner hits the 3 last year to win it. They hit the 3. It's hard to see.
Well, we got the clock down in the lower left-hand corner. It shows 1:10. But the light up there is on before he releases it.
But the light is at 0. That's why you go off the light. This clock.
So the clock in the lower left-hand corner, don't pay attention.
You look at the shot clock,
and you're right. It is still in his hand.
And it is. I think it is going to get waved off.
It'll be waved off. Boy, it's still in his hand.
Even in slow motion, that is an impossible call to make. That's why you have replay for these officials. There's no way. My eyes told me it was good in real time, but now I look at this as they slow it down. I think it's coming off his fingers as that light goes on. Boy, this place is going to erupt either way. If you wave that off, one crowd is going to be upset. If you count it, Howells is going to celebrate, especially with the history of Howells Giltner in football and the emotion that has gone into this game. Hasn't been the cleanest, best game played, but it has been competitive, and these kids have fought tooth and nail. And from this rivalry, what a way to finish, that they have to study a split-second release of a 3-point shot.
He catches. Now watch the light is on before the release. Well, it's a close call, but from our vantage point, it appears.
And now do you look at the NFL rule where if it's inconclusive, you gotta stay with the call that was made during the game. You know, there's so many rules. These officials get harassed night in and night out, but the rule book is very thick, and the pressure.
Right there, is it in his hand or is it out?
I think that's in his hand. You can still see the ball.
See it coming.
His hand pushing the ball forward.
Yep.
I think it's going to get waved off, but I certainly wouldn't want to make the decision as an official because there's 3 of them staring at it.
Yep. So now the officials talking it over.
It's
and they went to the. It is good. So it stands, and we have overtime.
I think it's one of those calls that it's so close. It was ruled a 3 on the court. There was just not enough vision in terms of the angle that he released it. You couldn't tell if his hand was under the ball, if it was coming out. Now you got 4 more minutes. The last game of the day. We got our first overtime game.
Well, why not? And what a shot. Play work just as drawn up by Matt Drew. And now you wonder about the psyche and the momentum.
Well, I'm a believer.
So we're getting word from Matt Schick from the bench, who says that the officials did not see enough evidence to overturn it. So it does go to what they considered non-conclusive.
My feeling as a coach and as a player, the team that makes the 3 to force overtime is always the team that carries that momentum into that overtime period. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, if Giltner has the momentum or if Howells can steal it back.
Down to Ott. Ott's shot is off. So 4 minutes on the clock. Tied at 37. Musty Now Bellina with it. Lusty looks inside. And Brkacek back up top. Bellina drives into the paint. Has it go off the foot and out of bounds. It will stay with the Bobcats. So being very patient here. They've already chewed 51 seconds off the clock in this first possession. Byer loses it out of bounds.
Keep working, baby! Keep working!
Kreitz to Finley. Now inside. Ott. And Drew Ott with the first bucket in overtime. There's something with Giltner and last-second shots here at the Devaney. Last year they win it on a three-pointer at the buzzer. This year they tie it and send it into OT. Off the rim, rebound to Ott. So Kreitz with it and a 2-point lead. Ott has it up top. Now to Finley. Hastings drives in. Goes off the hand of Bellina and out. 2:03 to go. Bounce pass inside. Ott kicks it back out. Hastings drives. Now they reset. Kreitz with it up top, 1:45 to go. Good ball movement by Giltner. Goes inside, the bucket and the lay-in on the drive by Kreitz. 4-point advantage for the Hornets. Off of the foot of Kreitz.
A good possession by Giltner to go up 4. Very patient, moving the ball. Howells has to do the same. Move it side to side. Plenty of time.
Drive inside and the bucket. So Brkacek with the bucket in overtime. 1 minute to go and a timeout called by Giltner. They've used now their one timeout of this overtime period. And a smart timeout. He was in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, once again, pick your dribble up in the corner down the sideline. Bad things are going to happen. Smart timeout by Coach Drew. Now with the minute 5, you want to stay aggressive offensively. You want to work for a layup. Right now he's by diagramming a play to bring Ott from the weak side of the strong side, try to get Ott a post touch. If you can get a bucket here, you have tremendous advantage. Howells, meanwhile, needs a stop. If Giltner's not looking for a shot and is in a stall game, Howells has to look at fouling, which both teams are in the double bonus, and it's going to come down to a free throw shooting contest again.
(41-39). Hornets on top after sending it into overtime on a last millisecond three-pointer by Jacob Finley. Finley from the corner hit it, his only bucket of the game. Kreitz wide open to the basket, misses it. Tipped around, and Ott called with a foul. So Drew Ott picks up his third.
Yeah, just a great cut by Kreitz, and you know, you put him in the gym 100 times and he makes 100 of them, but in the pressure of a state final in overtime, you're tired. It's been a physical game, just lack that second of concentration, missed it.
So Brkacek gets the roll. He's 4 of 7 from the free throw line. Now he needs this one to tie it. 1:01 to go. And we are tied. 41 apiece. Giltner with the ball. Good ball movement, popping. Hastings has it, looks inside. Kreitz in the corner.
They're being tied. They've done a pretty good job. You might play for last shot now. About 8 to 10 seconds you want to start. That way you give yourself plenty of time to get an offensive rebound put back on a miss. Howells need to stay solid, keep the dribble in front.
Kreitz pulls it back out. 10 to go. Kreitz waiting for the long three. Gets the shot by Kreitz is off. We've got 2 overtimes. 2 overtimes in Class D2, all tied at 37 after 1 and 41 after 2 overtimes. So 4 more minutes on the clock. You know, we had overtime to finish the day in girls as well in the Class D2 game.
Just a great finish, pretty good shot. Kreitz had a chance, 15-footer pull-up. Just couldn't get it to drop.
This is twice as fun, though.
Now you have to start looking at foul trouble. Both teams have played kind of that core group of 6 or 7 guys. If you look at the board, Bellina has 4, Bauer has 4.
Right.
Or if you Bayer has 4. Kotrick has 4. For the Hornets, Hastings with 4. Just a lot of different scenarios play out the longer you play in overtime, and as overtime periods start to stack on, fatigue becomes an issue, mental concentration. Both these teams want to win. Who's going to step up and make the plays to lead their team to a title?
Jump ball won by Giltner. And Giltner both times in the first and second overtime have had the first possession. They go inside to Ott. Ott drives down the lane, and Ott is fouled. And if it's on Brkacek, it's 5. The foul will be called on. It'll be called on Bayer, and that's 5 on Bayer as well.
A big foul.
So Brian Bayer fouls out in the second overtime. And what a leader he has been. He's the one who was up and yelling at the guys and telling them to get going late in the game. So Ott now to shoot 2. First one from Ott is off. Ott hits the second one. 42-41, Hornets on top. Looked inside for Gooch, couldn't find him. Bellina drives in. Shot is off, rebound to Giltner. Pulled away by Hastings. Giltner with the lead and possession. Finley with it up top. Now to Hastings and Kreitz. Got it into Drew Ott. Ott faces the basket. Ott off the glass, and not much that Brkacek can do there. He doesn't have help from Byer down low, and he's got 4 fouls.
A nice high post entry. I think Ott knew that they've been in foul trouble. Use that against him. Still very difficult shot. Brkacek did a great job staying straight up. Ott's just strong enough to knock it in.
Musney with the 3 is off. Rebound to Hastings. Pushed up the floor. Kreitz loses it. Picked up by Bellina. Bellina goes hard. A travel called on Bellina before the foul. With a travel called. And Giltner with the ball.
The Howells did a terrific job creating that turnover with their pressure defense.
Apparently past the Towel Boys bedtime, so they have all left, and the officials now putting up the sweat. .210 to go, 44-41.
Looks like Bellina might be cramping up maybe. Looks like that calf is bothering him. Senior point guard. I don't think he's going to volunteer to take himself out of this game.
Sir. Hornets with the ball on a 3-point lead. 2 minutes to go. We are in double overtime in the Class D2 state championship. 3-point lead by Giltner. Giltner at the end of the first hit a 3-pointer with a second on the clock to send it to OT. Tipped around. And that will be 5 on Brkacek. So now it becomes increasingly difficult to keep Drew Ott out of the lane and from posting up, as Brkacek and Byer have both fouled out. So now into the game comes Brady Brester, 6'1" junior guard. Brkacek fouls out. To his left, you see Brian Byer, who is also fouled out. Now Kreitz to shoot 2. 4-point game. .134 to go. The second one is off. And Gooch comes down with the rebound. And now Gooch, time for him to step up.
Two of their key scorers are out. Gooch is versatile.
Gooch, the 3 on the way, is off. Ott has it. Kreitz with it. And Musty with the foul. 3 fouls on Musty, and that will put Kreitz at the line, shooting 2.
Kreitz
down by 4.
Excuse me, Kreitz missed the front end of a 1-1 in the fourth quarter, and he's been nails the last 4 he's been up there.
Got the first one there. You saw the foul trouble still with 2 Giltner Hornets with 4 fouls. That would be Ethan Kreitz and Dustin Hastings. Howells went into the overtime with 3 individuals with 4 fouls. 2 of them have fouled out. And Kreitz steps up and hits both. And a timeout called by the Hornets. So up by 6, 104. And now at this point, the Howells Bobcats down by 6, and there's a look at the foul trouble again. Bellina still with 4 fouls. Hastings and Kreitz with 4 as well. 2 others with 3 fouls. That would be Finley and Drew Ott. So Ott and Finley with 3. Hastings and Cruz with 4, and Bellina with 4 as well.
Now, if you're Giltner, the last thing you want to do is foul. You're up 2 possessions. You want to play solid defense. Right now, it's a 2-possession game. But most coaches at this point are going to defend the three. You're going to say it's a 3-possession game because you're not going to allow them to get a 3-point shot. You're going to take away all 3-point shots, switch. If you give up a 2, you'll take that at this stage of the game, trying to make it a 3-possession game, and then you're going to have to get the ball in bounds and go make some free throws. If you're Howells, I think you have to attack, assuming that they're going to try to defend the 3-point line in Giltner and take that easy basket, foul, and really hope for some missed free throws to have a chance.
So nearing 11 o'clock here in Lincoln. It was past the Towel Boys' bedtime. Now it is past mine. 1:04 to go, 47-41. Hornets by 6. Bellina loses it and goes off of his knee and out. So the turnover by the Bobcats. Get it into Hastings, and he's fouled immediately. A foul on Musney. Fourth foul on Musney.
At the line, the Hornets, number 3, Justin Hastings.
Here's Hastings at the line. First one long. 54.2 and a 6-point lead here in the second overtime. Second one on the way is good. 48-41, now a 7-point game. Hageman, 3-pointer on the way, is off. Goes after his own rebound. Kreitz comes down with it, and they'll foul Kreitz. Or try to. Kreitz finally fouled by Matt Gooch. Third foul on Gooch. But at this point, it's becoming academic as Kreitz steps to the line with a 7-point lead, 36 to go.
And one of the more remarkable finishes I've seen, and down 4, have a chance of pushing it overtime, and it just looked like Giltner was the fresher team in the first overtime. Howells managed to kind of tie it, force a second overtime, and then with foul trouble, right in that momentum, Giltner just seized it, took advantage of it, and has really dominated the second overtime.
Lost it again, and Kreitz fouled again. So Brady Brester called for the foul. And Howells now will use its final timeout. Down by 9, 31 to go.
Well, we knew it was going to be a hard-fought game. There's history between these two teams.
Yep.
Very, very successful high schools and a multitude of sports. These kids have been rivals on the basketball court and on the football field for years. Giltner's going to come out victorious in this game.
So 50-41, and for the second year in a row, it'll be a late shot that either wins it for Giltner or kept hopes alive and leads them to a state championship. Ethan Kreitz now at the line. And Kreitz in the double bonus will shoot 2. Kreitz in the game, 7 of 9 from the free throw line, now 8 of 10. Kreitz with 16 points, behind only Drew Ott's 21. The second one, good as well. 9 for 11 from Ethan Kreitz, 17 points. Bellina brings it up. 3 on the way from Bellina. Tipped around. And the foul on Hastings. So getting ready to sub in are the Howells Bobcats, and now the Giltner Hornets will do the same. Both teams will empty the benches with 17.2 to go. First one from Hastings is off, and now here are the substitutions. So into the game for the Bobcats, Jesse Faltis, Devin Arish, Garrett Ruskamp, Mitch Kampschneider, and Giltner. Jared Hastings, Dylan Beek, and Ben Henricks into the game as well. Three-pointer on the way is off. Kept alive. And traveling called on the Hornets. So 3 seconds to go and 3 seconds away from the Hornets capturing their second consecutive state championship. Back into the game for Giltner comes Kyle Hawthorne as well. The three-pointer on the way, rattles out at the end, and that will do it. The Giltner Hornets, for the second consecutive season, have taken home the state championship, and they did it in dramatic fashion. The three-pointer at the buzzer at the end of regulation sends it into overtime, and they win it in the second OT. When we come back, trophy presentation, medals handed out, interviews with our champs, it's all coming up next on NET Sports.
Driving isn't worth your full attention. What is? A safety reminder from your Nebraska Department of Roads.
Programming on NET television is made possible in part by U.S. Bank, fulfilling their commitment to serve customers wherever they are on their terms, providing a full range of banking services at 57 branch offices and more than 100 ATMs located conveniently across Nebraska. Wherever you go, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, you'll find us.
NET Sports coverage of the 2012 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District, applauding the dedication, teamwork, and sportsmanship of Nebraska's high school athletes. By Constellation Energy, formerly known as One Oak Energy Marketing Company, a participant in the Choice Gas program and a proud sponsor of Nebraska 4-H and FFA. And by the Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, grants, and college planning services. Certainly. Welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. The Class D2 State Championship, after 2 overtimes, is now in the books, and for the second year in a row, the Giltner Hornets win it, and they finish the season unbeaten at 29-0. The Nets come down. Time to hand out medals and trophies, but not before we hand out a very important sportsmanship award, and for that, we go to our public address announcer, Rich Broderson.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we are pleased to present the Sportsmanship Award for Class D2. We want to thank all schools, students, fans, players, and coaches for their ongoing efforts to improve sportsmanship at the state championships and throughout the year. Thanks to Awards Unlimited for providing the trophies, and the Nebraska Independent College Foundation, proud sponsor of the Championship Sportsmanship Awards. Making the presentation are Michelle Egger of Schuyler High School, presenting the Nebraska Athletic Directors Association, Rocky Roll of Wayne, President of the Nebraska Coaches Association, and NSAA Executive Director Steve Shanahan. Presenting the award and representing the Nebraska Independent College Foundation is Mark Schillmuller, NICF trustee from Lincoln. This year's Class D2 Basketball Sportsmanship Award is presented to Howells High School. Receiving the award is students and staff of Howells High School. Congratulations. The Nebraska School Activities Association is delighted to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Board of Directors Wendy Hendricks from Lincoln East and Mark Norvell from Fillmore Central, and U.S. Bank Representative Scott Duncan. Here are the awards for Class D2 runner-up Howells High School. Will head coach Scott Lamberty and your assistants please step toward the middle of the court to present the silver medals to each team member. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 4, Trevor Bloom. Number 12, Jesse Fultus. Number 20, Dylan Risch. Number 30, Matt Gooch. Number 32, Garrett Ruskamp. Number 34, Brady Brester. Number 42, Mitch Kampschneider. Number 44, Luke Hegeman. And now to the seniors, number 10, Mitch Bellina. Number 22, Brian Byard. Number 24, Trent Musney. And number 40, Jordan Prokonchek. All of you are welcome to receive the runner-up trophy for your school. Congratulations, Howells High School. And now to the champions. First, head coach Matt Drew. We have a special award for you. Now, coach, hand out the gold medals to your championship team members. Number 3, Dustin Hastings. Number 10, Kyle Hawthorne. Number 14, Ryan Klyer. Number 20, Jake Finley. Number 22, Ben Hendricks. Number 24, Dylan Hendricks. Number 32, Garrett Poppin. Number 34, Dylan Beek. Number 40, Jared Hastings. And now to the seniors. Number 4, Ethan Wrights. Number 30, Drew Ott. And number 44, Trevor Poppin. And now for these outstanding athletes of their school, here is the 2012 Class D2 NSAA Basketball Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Giltner High School.
Congratulations to Giltner, the Class D2 champs for the second consecutive year. And now with our runner-up coach, here's Matt Schick.
Thanks, Larry. Coach Lamberty, I don't know what you can say after a loss like this. Try to put it into words for us, how that one ended.
Yeah, well, for our seniors, obviously, it's crushing. You know, there's no two ways about it. That they've worked so hard, had a great season. You know, gave themselves a chance at the end, and you know, you get the great tap by Ott, and then they hit the three to tie. I was real proud of our kids in the overtime. You know, they were down 4 that first overtime, and fought their way back to get the second. And it kind of, when Brian fouled out, they kind of took a little bit of the wind out of sails. But they kept battling.
When that ball goes in, did you think immediately, okay, we're going to overtime now? Did you know it was good? Did you believe it was good?
We felt it was good. You know, we told our kids the whole time that we were sitting there. You know, we just started talking about the overtime. You know, here's what we want to do in the overtime. Keep your poise. Nothing. You know, you're still tied. You're still in the ball game. We're still playing. Obviously, it gave them a lift, and we knew it would. But you know, it hurts.
And a bucket like that can really crush a team. But you guys came out and battled back again in that first overtime.
Well, and we keep defending, and that's what these kids do. They defend, and then we just got the ball inside enough there at the end. I had a couple free throws to tie. So, I mean, I was proud of the kids. I'm going to miss the seniors a lot.
Yeah. Congrats on a great year.
Thank you.
Larry?
All right, thanks very much, Matt, and congratulations on a terrific season to Howells. The Bobcats, you know, they just keep showing up down here at State, whether it's volleyball, basketball, girls basketball, football. It's a program that has just been outstanding for many, many years. When we come back, we'll hear from the champs from Giltner High School. Stay with us.
A diesel-powered engine on a farm works hard and operates in a grueling environment. Soy biodiesel fuels stand up to the challenge of powering farm equipment, but are also renewable and environmentally responsible as well. The Nebraska Soybean Board is committed to encouraging the use of soy biodiesel to protect the environment and sustain Nebraska's agriculture. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff, growing opportunity from the ground up.
What inspired me to pursue a career in technology was the fact that I have kids. We need the internet. They wouldn't be able to do any of their research without it. It's really important for our children to think science and technology is important. I believe that all kids should look towards technology because that's where the world is going. Get involved in all of the science activities because all of that experience can lead you a long way.
To find out what you can do to inspire a young person, visit connectamillionminds.com.
At the Aurora Cooperative, we're continually driven by what's next in agriculture. So we're dedicated to being your first resource for world-class agronomy, grain storage and marketing, high-performance feeds, and energy. Driven by our vision to be financially strong, innovative, independent, locally owned. You're driven by the opportunities that exist. We're driven to help you make the most of them, now and for the next generation. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
NET Sports coverage of the 2012 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nebraskasoybeans.org. By the Aurora Cooperative, innovative, financially strong, committed to the communities we serve. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities. And by Time Warner Cable, inspiring young people to build the skills they need in science, technology, engineering, and math to become the problem solvers of tomorrow. Well, I guess we saved the most exciting game for last. The Class D2 state championship goes double overtime. Giltner hits a shot at the buzzer of regulation to send it into OT. It goes a second overtime, tied at 41, and then Giltner outlasts them in the second OT. And here's a look at the final stats.
Both teams struggled from the floor. Howells 10 of 49, 20%. Giltner 15 of 48, 31%. Struggled from the three-point line as well. 1 of 16 for Howells, 2 of 11 from Giltner. However, one of those threes will be remembered forever from the Giltner fans and players. Turnovers, 16 for Howells, 12 for Giltner. And points off turnovers, Giltner really took advantage of those turnovers to offset really the advantage that Howells had from the free throw line majority of that second half.
When we come back, we'll hear from Matt Drew, the head coach of the Giltner Hornets. That's coming up next on NAT Sports. Stay with us.
Driving isn't worth your full attention. What is? A safety reminder from your Nebraska Department of Roads.
A flame burns brightly in these young Nebraskans. It's the energy of enterprise and entrepreneurship. One Oak Energy Marketing, the company you've trusted for years for reliable natural gas, is now a part of Constellation Energy. While our name has changed, our commitment to young Nebraskans remains strong. So we will continue to support 4-H and FFA in the counties we serve, because we want to keep their flame burning always. Constellation Energy.
Welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Doesn't get more exciting than this. Giltner beats Howells 52-41 in double overtime. And Giltner's head coach, Matt Drew, I don't know when the law of averages is going to start kicking in for this team, but back-to-back years, Kreitz with the game-winning shot last year, Finley with a buzzer beater to send it into OT. What are you thinking right now?
Lucky man, like you said. I got to look both ways across the street, like you said. I'm just happy it went in, and I'm happy we didn't do anything stupid in overtime to mess up our luck. So it was great to see.
Here's the shot. When Finley shoots that, do you believe when it goes in that it counts?
I'm jumping up and down, so I must have thought something good was going on. I saw both refs put the arms in the air, and the sound seemed like we got it off. It sounded like when they watched it, it was much closer than what I thought it was. But, you know, you're sitting in that huddle. You're just we had a moment of silence, just whoever you need to pray for to try to get that thing to count.
I'm sure you were a little nervous as it took them longer and longer to review and review. You were hoping the huddle would break quickly.
Yeah, it seemed like the ref on the side was trying to talk him out of doing something. He must have wanted to go home, but we really wanted it. I thought they made the right decision and it allowed us to go to overtime.
It wasn't just about that play, though. You also had Drew out with 21 points. Kreitz, of course, at the free throw line getting it done, but everything ran through Ott tonight, and he's just a force.
Yeah, we really tried to get the ball to him. You know, he'd have a lot more points if we could make some more free throws, but you know, it just seemed like he wasn't getting everything to fall that first half, and once things started to fall, we really got momentum, and guys really knew what was going to go on in overtime. Just get it in there, and then other guys can make plays off of him.
Well, I don't know if you're taking any heart meds, but you may want to start after tonight. Congratulations.
I appreciate it. It's a great feeling, and I'm just proud of these guys. They deserve it.
Very resilient bunch. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
We'll be back right after this with some of the victorious players, including this guy who sent it into overtime. All that next.
Power Drive electric car program gives high school students a hands-on way to apply studies. Learn about electricity and energy efficiency, and develop skills that will benefit them throughout their lives. Nebraska Public Power District encourages students and teachers to get involved. Schools have the power to make it happen. For information on Power Drive, visit oppd.com or nppd.com.
95% of American corn farms are family-owned.
Farmers grow 70% more corn per ounce of fertilizer than just 35 years ago.
The energy to grow a bushel of corn has dropped by 37% over the past 30 years.
Farmers have cut soil erosion by 44% through new tillage methods.
This is sustaining innovation, and it's how Nebraska corn farmers are growing more with less. On the web at nebraskacorn.org.
The Class D2 state champs, the Giltner Hornets, 52-41 over the Howells Bobcats. Here with Ethan Kreitz, who a year ago in the morning, so a year and maybe 12 hours ago, we were talking to you about your game-winning shot for Giltner. Now, a year later, you had a teammate who sent you in overtime with a huge shot. What does it feel like?
I mean, give Jake all the credit and our coach. Our coach actually drew up that play. We were going to have Drew or Trevor, whatever side the ball went to, tip it out to the corner. If it was on the left side, Trevor's going to tip it out to me. If it was on the right side, Drew's going to tip it to Jake. And, you know, Drew had a great tip out there, and give Jake credit. He's played a heck of a tournament, and he just stuck it.
What was it like in that huddle afterwards?
I was just worried about if he got it off or not in time, about the same thing as mine last year, but luckily he did, and we kept playing ball.
It was a nice finish. Points were really hard to come by early on. 12-10 at the break. 3 points for you guys in the second quarter. What made it so difficult early?
It was just great defenses. I mean, it was pretty much two football teams playing out there. There's a lot of physicality, and you know, just hats off to all the players on the court.
Well, you got it done at the free throw line as well. Some big throws for you and a big win for you guys. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, Jacob Finley. Now your stat line says 1 of 5 from three-point range, but the 1 was rather large. Let's show this right here. Let's watch this one more time, because I was right behind there and saw the play drawn up from your coach, and the ball comes to you. Are you thinking, I got to get this off real fast?
I knew I just had to get it off right away, and our coach drew the play exactly like that, so we just had to execute it.
Did you think you got it off in time?
I was hoping I got it off in time because I wanted another shot at a state championship.
Well, and you got it. It goes to overtime, then it goes to a double overtime. Was there a point where you didn't know if this game would end this evening?
I didn't know if it was or not, but I was hoping we were going to be on top, and we were.
Well, you were defending state champs. You get it done. Congratulations on a big shot and a big win.
Thank you.
All right. Drew Ott, the big man, a lot of offense running through you tonight. How physical was that tonight?
I mean, it was a real tough game, so, I mean, that's what we thrive on. I mean, that's what I like to do, so.
Yep, you got it, and boy, down low, points a little hard to come by in that first half. Just two good defenses going at it, you think?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I struggled early. I mean, they were all kind of close, but, I mean, I just wasn't getting them to fall like I usually do, so.
But you got them to fall. How nice is this to end your career like this?
I mean, it's great, especially to go out on top on Howells. I mean, they beat us last 3 years in football, and it doesn't feel very good, so, I mean, we beat them in basketball.
Congratulations, and good luck in college.
Thank you.
And Trevor Poppin, senior. Did you think, down like you guys were at the end of regulation, that you'd be holding this about a half hour later?
I don't know. I didn't quite know what to think. I mean, it was a little heartbreaking, thinking 1.9 seconds. But, I mean, I knew there was still a chance, and part of me believed that we were going to come out with the win somehow, and turns out we did. So.
What does it feel like to end your senior year, not only contributing like you did, and as we watch a couple of buckets from you, but with a state championship and in such dramatic fashion? What's this night going to be like?
It's going to be one of the greatest nights of my life. I mean, to go out on an undefeated season and just being a part of such a great team. I mean, the team is just a great bunch of guys, and I'm really honored to play with them, and it's a great way to go out.
Thanks for an end to a good day. We appreciate it. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
4 undefeated teams came into today for a chance at a state championship. All 4 end the season undefeated with state championships. Andy Larry next.
At the Aurora Cooperative, we're continually driven by what's next in agriculture. So we're dedicated to being your first resource for world-class agronomy, grain storage and marketing, high-performance feeds, and energy. Driven by our vision to be financially strong, innovative, independent, locally owned. You're driven by the opportunities that exist. We're driven to help you make the most of them, now and for the next generation. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
A flame burns brightly in these young Nebraskans. It's the energy of enterprise and entrepreneurship. One Oak Energy Marketing, the company you've trusted for years for reliable natural gas, is now a part of Constellation Energy. While our name has changed, our commitment to young Nebraskans remains strong. So we will continue to support 4-H and FFA in the counties we serve, because we want to keep their flame burning always. Constellation Energy.
We'd like to say we have the good life in our state. And for more than 40 years, Nebraska Public Power District has kept the good life running smoothly for Nebraskans. We are driven to go above and beyond with a spirit to provide reliable, affordable electricity with outstanding customer service each and every day. Because in the end, we want to make the good life better for all. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
NET Sports coverage of the 2012 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by Time Warner Cable, inspiring young people to build the skills they need in science, technology, engineering, and math to become the problem solvers of tomorrow. By U.S. Bank, committed to customer service through performance, products, and people. U.S. Bank, proud sponsor of Nebraska High School basketball on NET, member FDIC. And by the Nebraska Corn Board and Nebraska's corn farmers, growing more with less through sustaining innovation at nebraskacorn.org. Tear down as we begin at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. We are a wrap for the day in our final state championship game in Class D2. It goes double overtime, and the Hornets come out on top of the Bobcats 52-41. Along with Andy Markowski, I'm Larry Putney. Wow, we started, 14 hours ago? 14 and a half hours ago, and here we are, 6 state champions later, and it was a terrific day. And we had some great games early in the day and then a great finish as well.
Yeah, just a lot of hard-fought effort by teams that finished regular seasons undefeated, districts undefeated, state championships undefeated. Just a terrific day of basketball, and it ended with a double overtime game and big shots. You know, you look at Kreitz hitting the 3 last year, and now he's got a partner in crime in terms of arguing back and forth who hit the bigger shot. So just a tremendous cap to a great day of basketball with Giltner taking the D2 championship.
Well, there you see the recap. Boys Town won it in Class C1 to start the day at 9 a.m. this morning. St. Mary's came from behind, as they did in all 3 of their games down here at State, to win it. Scottsbluff pulls the upset over South Sioux City. Mike Gazelle with 30 in that, not enough. Lutheran High Northeast losing by 10 to Ravenna. Ravenna wins the state title. Central wins 3 in a row. And then just now in double overtime, as you said, 52-41, Giltner wins it. What a finish by the Hornets, winning their 2nd consecutive back-to-back state championships.
Yeah, very good rivalry, and you got to give Giltner a lot of credit for being able to believe. There's a lot of belief today. O'Neill St. Mary's rallied from behind. Scottsbluff kind of came from behind in the first half. Just teams that believed that they had it in them to compete for a championship and to hang a banner, and 6 great schools and a lot of good memories.
Well, it's been an outstanding 2012 in high school basketball, and this puts a wrap on it from the boys and girls side. Andy, terrific job all day today. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thanks, Larry.
Terrific job, too, to Matt Schick for Andy Markowski. Our outstanding NET Sports production crew. We'll see you next year at the Boys and Girls State Basketball Tournament.
Hello, I'm Jeff Beckman here with Jenny Herstein. We hope you're enjoying high school sports action on NET. You know, everywhere we travel across Nebraska, people tell us how much they appreciate NET's coverage of the high school championships. From the far reaches of the Panhandle to the banks of the Missouri River, grandparents, parents, and fans of all the teams tell us how much they enjoy seeing their school spirit come alive right here in our broadcasts.
High school sports are important to Nebraskans, Jeff, and for us to deliver them into the homes all across the state, it takes the financial support of all Nebraskans. That's why we're asking you to become a member of the Sports Partners Club right now. For your gift of $80, you'll receive the NET member card, which saves you money when you dine out, shop, or travel. You'll also receive NET Now, the monthly magazine that features program information and interesting stories related to NET. And you'll get special invitations to tailgate events and the annual Sports Partners preseason breakfast here at NET. But the best benefit is knowing that you're doing your part to support high school sport championships on NET, along with all the other great sports action throughout the year. We're able to bring the sights and the sound of the NSAA championships into your home because of viewers like you. So log on right now and become a new or renewing member of the Sports Partners Club.
I also want to take this time to personally thank all of our generous underwriters, the corporations and businesses that help make high school sports action possible. The next time you see one of these generous corporate sponsors, be sure to thank them for underwriting high school sports coverage on NET. Log on right now, make your gift to NET, enjoy all the benefits of the Sports Partners Club all year long with Nebraska's home for sports, NET.